What's up, Star Wars fam? It's Brian Castrillo, and I just watched Ahsoka Tano episode 1 on Disney Plus. But before we get into this, please, there's going to be spoilers, so please go back and watch that episode. Come back, let's chat it, drop a like, and let's talk about it because I love this episode. This episode gave me chills, and it was just amazing. It's titled Master and Apprentice, which is referring to two characters. Which are Baylan Skoll and Shin Hati. Baylan Skoll is a former Jedi who disappeared after Order 66 and later becomes a loyalist to Grand Admiral Thrawn. And of course, Shin Hati is his apprentice. And I love this character, Shin Hati. She is a badass. Just the way she carries herself. We only got to see a little bit of her so far, but boy, did she make an entrance. But the very beginning of this movie felt and that's kind of what I'm getting into because this TV show felt very cinematic right from the get-go. It felt like it should be on the big screen. They did a fantastic job, and they go onto the ship to free another Thrawn loyalist called Morgan Elsbeth, and they're on a mission to find Grand Admiral. And my goodness, to just voice that name, Grand Admiral Thrawn, who, of course, if you haven't watched Rebels, you need to watch it because Rebels was fantastic. But that is an amazing villain that just to hear that name and knowing that it is coming, played by the same actor who voiced him in the cartoon. I'm getting chills talking about it. But we first see Ahsoka Tano, and she is at a former stronghold for the Witches of Dathomir. Again, and she opens up this secret sort of holding for a map, and she's turning these pillars, and eventually it pops up, and then she gets this this round cylindrical or spherical map that she could open up, and this is supposed to have Grand Admiral Thrawn's location. And of course, if you watch Rebels, and again, remember, we're getting the spoilers here. We know that Ezra Bridger chased after him. And by the way, Ezra Bridger, this whole series is very fundamental to my prediction that Mace Windu lives. Go check out the pinned video if you want to know about that. But this is big. I do believe Mace is coming back. But anyway, she opens up, she grabs this map, and then immediately she has these robots that are coming after her. They want this map. And she goes out, and of course, Ahsoka Tano, takes care of them. And through some very crafty ways, using her lightsabers, and she cuts below these. It's just one of the reasons why I love her so much, because she's a very intelligent, as well as just a badass fighter, and I love her. And Rosario Dawson has been amazing as her. Now, eventually she defeats these robots go into self-destruct mode, and this would have been amazing on the big screen, which is why I'm sad that this wasn't kind of a movie, because eventually you see everywhere self-destruct. It's almost like nuclear-ish, and it wipes out everything. This would have looked brilliant on there, and just at the last second, Ahsoka, she's calling the robot Huang. I probably said that wrong, but voiced by David Tennant. My goodness, his cast is amazing. And of course, David Tennant, just like Rosario Dawson, are both in the Marvel universe. But Huang, helps her saves Ahsoka, gets out there literally at the last second as this explosion almost takes out their ship. Then we see, are you kidding me, Hera Syndulla? Oh my goodness. Another great character. I love Hera, which of course it leaves me. If you watch Rebels, you know who I'm missing right now. Kanan. Great character. But anyways, Hera Syndulla is there, and she's talking to, of course, Ahsoka, and she's saying that you need to go see Sabine, and of course Sabine and Ahsoka have a little bit of history, but she says to Ahsoka, if Thrawn survived, does that mean Ezra? And immediately I'm getting chills because Ezra Bridger is a great character. Again, this is part of the whole my prediction about Mace Windu surviving, because Ezra Bridger is, you know what, go watch the video, you'll like it. But anyways, Then there's a ceremony. We see the the governor or whatever of this city, and behind it you see a mural of Sabine, Harrison Dula, Ezra Bridger, the whole gang. And Sabine is about to get recognized, but Sabine's like, "Not, I'm a rebel. I'm out of here." And there's this whole chase scene where they want to force her back there, but she's not having it. Just an amazing scene. Another one that would have been great on the big screen. But she gets away, and she gets back to her place. And of course, she's got the Loth cat, which actually isn't CGI. It's an animatronic, which was cool. I love that Loth cat. I'm just getting excited to watch about this. I cannot wait for episode 2, which I will watch right after this. But then we see eventually she has a message from Ezra Bridger. Now, Ezra Bridger is played by Iman Esfandi. I'm sure I messed that up, but he was talking to her, saying how she's basically like a sister to him. Of course, those two are very close. Then we see a Sabine and Ahsoka, who eventually goes to her, and Ahsoka was her master, essentially. And she was saying, here's a map. This is how we can find Ezra Bridger, as well as Thrawn. But she tells her not to take it. Now, immediately I'm thinking, because Sabine does take it, and because she's not going to listen to Ahsoka. But who does that remind you of? Clearly Ahsoka Tano, who did not listen to Anakin Skywalker. Of course, we all know who that is. And just, she's a rebel, just like Ahsoka Tano, like master, like apprentice. I thought that was really interesting. And then, she gets into the story about how she left the Jedi and left Sabine Wren, and she's like, sometimes leaving for the right reasons sometimes brings up the wrong consequences, because her and Sabine are not, they're not on solid ground. But then we're following Sabine's story, and she's going back, and she's got all her contraptions going up, and the map is up there, and then eventually it shows off to the side where I guess Grand Admiral Thrawn was, and nobody knew where he was at this point. The way Rebels ended, I thought there was going to be another season, but the way they left it off, nobody knew where he was. But now we have this map that kind of shows where he was. And in there, like, if you're looking at you see some sort of like statues, and of course those are the witches, which was kind of neat. But just then the robots come back. They attack her. They get they destroy her equipment. They take the little map ball, and in comes Shin Hati. And Shin Hati immediately. Oh, and by the way, before that, Harrison Dula did call out Ahsoka and said that she's just like you, essentially, because of her refusing to listen to Anakin. But anyways, back to that. Now Shin Hati shows up, and immediately her and Sabine Wren, they're starting to fight. They got the lightsaber duel. It's going pretty good. And then, son of a bitch, right at the end. Now this is at the same time Ahsoka and Huang are trying to get there and try and and help her. One of the robots essentially had her for a while, and this was leading up to the fight with Shin Hati, which I love her. She is a fantastic villain. But then right at the end, remember what I'm saying, like spoilers, but she stabs her right in it looks like the chest, with the lightsaber, and that's how they end it. We see Sabine Wren. I'm like, are you kidding me? Again, it's only episode 1. I don't know if crazier things have happened in Star Wars universe. Again, I'm saying Mace Windu lives, so fingers crossed. But that was one hell of a way to end an episode. And then at the end, it's really cool. It's sort of a very Game of Thrones-ish. They're showing the maps of the stars and kind of going through of where where all the planets and everything, where Thrawn is possibly, and just a fantastic episode. Then of course they give a tribute to Ray Stevenson, rest in peace. But I wonder how they're gonna play off his story, because obviously the actor passed away in real life, but I'm curious as to what went on with his character. But anyways, what did you guys think? I loved it. I can't wait for episode 2. I'm gonna go ahead and post this, and I'm gonna get back to episode 2, but I want to hear what your thoughts on episode 1. Love you guys.